My girlfriend laughed. I always keep my ex as a backup plan, just in case. I said, that's smart thinking. Then I called her ex and politely explained that his backup plan was now his primary responsibility. The screaming match I overheard through the phone was legendary. Original post-I, 27 male, was sitting across from my girlfriend Meredith, 25, at this trendy brunch spot she'd been dying to try. We'd been together for 8 months, and I was actually planning to ask her to move in together. Had already started looking at places with enough room for her massive shoe collection. We were 3 mimosas deep when the conversation turned to relationships. Her friend Jenna had just gotten dumped, and Meredith was going on about how Jenna should have been smarter about it. See? That's why I always keep Derek around, she said, scrolling through her phone. Smart girls always have a backup plan. I nearly choked on my eggs Benedict. Derek? Your ex-Derek? She laughed. Actually laughed. Yeah, we still text all the time. He's always asking me out for coffee or drinks. I keep telling him maybe someday. Gotta keep those options open, you know? Just in case things don't work out with us. The way she said it. So casual, like she was talking about keeping an extra phone charger in her purse. That's interesting, I managed. Oh, come on, don't be insecure. Every girl does it. Derek's still totally into me. He literally told me last week he'd take me back in a heartbeat. It's nice knowing I have that safety net, you know? Like if you ever screwed me over or whatever, I wouldn't be alone. I took a long sip of water. Does Derek know he's your backup plan? Obviously not in those exact words. I just keep him interested enough. Send him selfies sometimes, laugh at his jokes, that kind of thing. He thinks we're building a friendship. That might lead somewhere. She made air quotes and rolled her eyes. Men are so easy. That's actually pretty smart thinking, I said calmly. She beamed. Right? My mom taught me that. Never burn bridges with guys who treated you well. You never know when you might need them. We finished brunch. She kissed me goodbye, said she was going shopping with her sister. I smiled, waved, went home. Then I pulled out my phone and found Derek Morrison on social media. Wasn't hard. Meredith had him in like half her photos from 2 years ago. His number was listed on his business profile. Real estate agent. Perfect. The phone rang twice. Derek Morrison, how can I help you find your dream home today? Hey Derek, this is James. I'm dating Meredith. Silence. Then, okay? Is everything all right? Yeah, totally fine. Just wanted to chat real quick. So apparently you're Meredith's backup plan. She told me over brunch. Thought you should know that your position has been upgraded. What? What are you talking about? She literally told me she keeps you around as a backup in case we don't work out. Strings you along with selfies and flirty texts. Her exact words were, men are so easy, when explaining how she keeps you interested. I could hear his breathing getting heavier. Listen, man, I continued, I don't do backup plan relationships. So congratulations, you've been promoted from backup to primary. She's all yours. I'm done. Wait, she said I was her backup plan? She said that? Word for word, dude. Laughed about it too. Said she keeps you thinking there's a chance so she has a safety net. Pretty clever, actually. The silence stretched out. Then I heard it. A sort of strangled, angry sound. That absolute I've been waiting for 2 years. She said she needed time to heal, to find herself. I turned down dates because I thought we were working towards something. Yeah, well, now you know. Anyway, she's at the mall right now. Probably buying stuff with the credit card her backup plan gave her. Some investment banker named Keith she mentioned once. You might want to clarify your position with her. Are you serious right now? She has multiple backups? Apparently it's what smart girls do, according to her. Her mom's advice. What came next was beautiful. Derek absolutely lost it. Not at me, at the situation. The man went on a full 10-minute rant about waiting, about the friendly coffee dates where she'd touch his arm and say, maybe when the time is right, about the nights he stayed home because she might call. I'm such an idiot, he finally said. Nah man, you were just decent. That's not stupid, just unfortunate. But hey, now you know. Do with that information whatever you want. What are you gonna do? Already did it. She's single now, she just doesn't know it yet. Hung up, packed everything of Meredith's from my apartment into 2 boxes. Her toothbrush, her backup makeup, the hoodie she claimed, the spare phone charger she left, everything. Then I waited. Update 1. The fallout started exactly 73 minutes after my call with Derek. My phone exploded with texts from Meredith. What did you do? Derek just called me screaming. He says you told him I was using him? This is insane. Call me right now. James, this isn't funny. Why aren't you answering? Are you seriously ignoring me? You had no right to contact him. Then the calls started. 15 in a row. I let them all go to voicemail. Finally picked up on attempt 16 because I was genuinely concerned she might drive over. What the hell is wrong with you? She started screaming before I even said hello. Hey Meredith, what's up? Don't you what's up me. Derek just called me and went absolutely ballistic. He called me a manipulative witch, said he's blocking me on everything. He told me what you said. Okay? Okay? You told him I was using him as a backup plan. I mean, weren't you? That's literally what you said at brunch. I just passed along the information. Thought he had a right to know where he stood. That was private. Between us. Was it though? Because you seemed pretty proud of it. Besides, I figured since you're so smart about keeping backup plans, you'd appreciate me streamlining the process. Now you can activate your primary backup without waiting. That's not. I don't want Derek. I want you. That's weird, because 3 hours ago I was just your current plan with Derek as insurance. What happens when you find a better primary? Do I become the new Derek? You're being ridiculous. Every girl does this. Cool, then every girl can deal with the consequences when their boyfriend has some self-respect. You're seriously breaking up with me over this? Oh, I already broke up with you. The moment you laughed about keeping some poor dude on a string for 2 years, your stuff is packed. You can pick it up whenever. James, please, I didn't mean it like that. How did you mean it then? Because you were pretty clear. You literally said men are so easy while explaining how you manipulate your ex. She started crying. Not the gentle tears either, full ugly crying. I can't believe you're doing this. Over something so small. Small? Meredith, you've been emotionally manipulating someone for 2 years as an insurance policy. That's sociopathic. I was just being practical. My mom always said, your mom's advice sucks, and apparently she raised someone who thinks relationships are like insurance policies. Where am I supposed to go? I told my roommate I was moving in with you next month. Sounds like a you problem. Maybe check with Keith, the investment banker? He's backup number 2, right? Dead silence. Then, how did you? You mentioned him like 3 weeks ago. Said he was still totally obsessed with you from some dating app. These details stick when your girlfriend is literally collecting men like Pokemon cards. I cannot believe you're being such a baby about this. And I can't believe I dated someone who thinks keeping a roster of backup dudes is normal. Your stuff will be outside my door. Don't knock. James, wait, I hung up. 20 minutes later, her sister Natalie started texting me. Then her best friend Carly. Then her mom. The mom who gave her this brilliant advice. Mom's text was my favorite. James, Meredith explained the misunderstanding. You're overreacting to a silly girl talk conversation. She didn't mean anything by it. Please be the bigger person here. I responded. Mrs. Robinson, your daughter literally admitted to stringing along her ex for 2 years as a backup plan on your advice. That's not silly girl talk. It's manipulative behavior you apparently encouraged. Your daughter is single now. Maybe teach her some actual relationship values instead of how to treat people like safety nets. She called immediately. I didn't answer. Update 2. So the Derek situation got even better. Turns out my boy Derek went full scorched earth. He screenshotted everything. 2 years worth of Meredith's texts leading him on. The I just need time messages. The you're so special to me, maybe someday conversations. The selfies with captions like, thinking of you. Thinking of you. He posted it all on his Instagram story with the caption, when you find out you've been someone's backup plan for 2 years. Guys, don't be me. If she's not choosing you, you're not chosen. It went locally viral. Like 5,000 views in 3 hours viral. Meredith called me sobbing. How could you let him do this to me? Let him? I don't control Derek. He's his own person, unlike how you saw him apparently. Everyone is calling me horrible things. My coworkers saw it. My dad saw it. Yeah, consequences suck, don't they? You ruined my life. No, your behavior ruined your life. I just made sure Derek knew the truth. What he did with it was his choice. I'm getting messages from random men calling me a manipulator. Well, don't you dare. Meredith, you literally manipulated someone for 2 years. If the shoe fits, I need you to tell Derek to take it down. I actually laughed. Why would I do that? Because you loved me. Past tense is correct, and people who love each other don't keep backup plans. They don't string along exes. They don't treat their partner like they're replaceable. This is insane. It was just insurance. Insurance is for cars and houses, Meredith, not relationships. Then came the kicker. Her mom showed up at my apartment. Actually showed up. This 55-year-old woman in designer workout clothes standing at my door like she was ready to give me a stern talking to. We need to discuss this situation, she said, pushing past me into my apartment. There's no situation. Meredith and I are done. You don't end an 8-month relationship over girl talk. It wasn't girl talk. It was her admitting she's been emotionally manipulating her ex for years while planning to do the same to others. That's called being smart about relationships. Men leave, they cheat, they get bored. A smart woman has options. And a decent person doesn't string along human beings as options. She actually rolled her eyes at me. You're young. You don't understand how the world works. I understand that you raised your daughter to view relationships as transactions and people as insurance policies. I raised her to never be vulnerable, to never be left with nothing. You raised her to be a user, and now she's facing the consequences. She's devastated. Good, maybe she'll learn something. Mrs. Robinson pulled out her checkbook, an actual checkbook. What will it take to fix this? 5,000? 10? Are you seriously trying to pay me to date your daughter? I'm trying to fix the mess you created. I didn't create anything. I revealed it. There's a difference, and you can't buy someone's self-respect. She stood up, furious. You're making a mistake. Meredith is a catch. Meredith is a manipulator who learned from the best, apparently. Your check won't change that. She stormed out, but not before saying, You'll regret this when you're alone. I'd rather be alone than be someone's placeholder while they keep their options open. Later that night, I got a text from a number I didn't recognize. It was Keith. The investment banker backup plan number 2. Hey man, Derek told me what happened. Similar story here. She's been leading me on for months. Thanks for exposing this. Saved me more wasted time. Turns out Derek and Keith connected after the Instagram explosion and compared notes. Meredith had been working the same game with Keith. Sporadic texts, occasional coffee dates, just enough attention to keep him hoping. Keith added me to a group chat. It was him, Derek, and 2 other guys, Ryan and Anthony, all Meredith's backup plans. She'd been juggling 4 dudes as insurance policies while we dated. She told me I was special, said we had unfinished business, kept saying the timing wasn't right yet. Anthony, my dumbass, actually waited for her. The funniest part? They weren't even mad at each other or me, just at the situation. Derek suggested they all get drinks to celebrate their freedom from backup plan purgatory. I declined the invite, but wished them well. Update 3. Final. It's been 3 weeks since Brunchgate, and the entitlement escalation has been something else. First, Meredith tried the suicide threat route. Sent me a photo of pills with "This is your fault" as the caption. I immediately called 911 for a welfare check and forwarded the image to her parents and sister. Cops showed up, found her totally fine, just trying to manipulate me. She got a talking to about wasting emergency resources. Her dad finally seemed to realize his daughter had issues and apologized to me via text. Then came the pregnancy scare. She texted claiming she was late and might be pregnant. I responded with, Interesting, considering we haven't slept together in 6 weeks and you had your period 3 weeks ago. Also, I got a vasectomy 2 years ago, which you know. Try again. She actually responded, I forgot about that. The desperation was real. But here's where it gets properly unhinged. Meredith decided if she couldn't have me, she'd destroy my reputation. She made a TikTok, a whole-ass TikTok about me being emotionally abusive for isolating her from her support network, aka Derek and the backup squad. It got 50,000 views before Derek commented with all the screenshots. The comment section turned into a bloodbath. Her own video became evidence against her. Someone found Keith's LinkedIn and he confirmed the story. Ryan posted his text threads. Anthony wrote a whole paragraph about waiting 2 years for her to be ready for something real. She dirty deleted everything, but the internet is forever. Someone screen recorded it and reposted it with the title, "When Your Manipulation Backfires, a Masterclass in Consequences." Last week, she said one final email. Not a text, a whole formal email like this was a business negotiation. "James, I've had time to reflect on our relationship and the recent events. I'm willing to forgive you for violating my privacy and sabotaging my friendships with Derek, Keith, Ryan, and Anthony. I believe we can move past this with the following conditions. 1. You publicly apologize for contacting my friends without permission. 2. You compensate me for the emotional distress. $10,000 seems fair. 3. We attend couples counseling, which you'll pay for. 4. You delete all evidence of our private conversations. 5. We start fresh with the understanding that my past relationships are not your concern. I think these terms are more than fair considering the damage you've caused to my reputation and mental health. I'm willing to give us another chance despite everything. Please respond within 48 hours, or I'll assume you're not interested in being mature about this. Love, always, Meredith." The audacity was so stunning I actually laughed out loud. I forwarded it to the backup squad group chat. Yes, we're all still in touch, they're actually cool dudes, with, "Y'all see this shit?" Derek responded, "The delusion. Love always? 10K for emotional distress." Anthony, "She really said she'll forgive you." I crafted my response. "Meredith, no. To clarify, no to all of it. No to your conditions. No to your forgiveness that I didn't ask for. No to your relationship that no longer exists. You spent 2 years manipulating 4 different men as backup plans. You admitted to this like it was clever. You learned this behavior from your mother and saw nothing wrong with it until it had consequences. Your reputation wasn't damaged by me, it was revealed by your own actions. Your mental health isn't my responsibility, especially when you tried to fake suicide for attention. The only thing I'm interested in is never hearing from you again. P.S. The backup squad says hi. We have a bowling league now. Derek's actually pretty good. James." Radio silence since then. Complete silence. Her sister Natalie reached out yesterday to apologize, said she had no idea about the backup plan thing and was disgusted when she found out. Apparently Meredith is now living back with their parents, working at her mom's real estate office, and complaining to anyone who'll listen that she's the victim in all this. The backup squad actually did start a bowling league. We meet Thursday nights. Derek's dating someone new, a girl from his gym who apparently loved his Instagram story about not being anyone's second choice. Keith met someone on Hinge who jokes about being his primary and only plan. Ryan and Anthony are just enjoying being single without false hope hanging over them. As for me, I'm good. Better than good, actually. Found out through a mutual friend that Meredith tried to slide into 3 of my coworkers' DMs since our breakup. All 3 screenshot and roasted her in our group chat. One responded, "I don't do backup plans or main plans with people who need multiple insurance policies." My favorite part of this whole thing? Her mom apparently tried the same manipulation tactics with her dad back in the day. He found out after 20 years of marriage when he discovered she'd been texting her college boyfriend for decades. They're now in marriage counseling, and he made her delete every male contact who wasn't family or work-related. Meredith learned this toxic behavior from her mom and thought it was normal. Now both of them are facing consequences for treating people like disposable safety nets. The moral of the story? When someone tells you who they are, believe them. When they laugh about manipulating others, run. And when they keep backup plans instead of being all in on your relationship, promote those backups and demote yourself to stranger. Also, Derek really is good at bowling. Dude got a turkey last week. The backup squad is thinking about getting team shirts. Current front runner is no longer your plan B with bowling pins on the back. Life's good when you're nobody's backup plan.